Fluffy Ponies by Freeze. Chapter 1, A Fluffy Beginning. I was never a brony. I never liked the craze about fluffy ponies. Possibly the only person on earth who hates them, besides sadistic people. Fluffies have been out for about 6 months, and they have multiplied so quickly, even though it isn't mating season, that their price has been knocked down all the way to $5 a pop. The original price was $100. Now that there are so many, adoptive shelters have been made in practically every city on the planet. Heck, if I lived in a smallish town in Colorado named Old Falls, it isn't big, but isn't small either. I ended my Tumblr post as the phone rang above the kitchen counter. I live in a good-sized house with an affordable mortgage. I'm a manager at a local office for a fluffy food company. The food is made of spaghetti. Fluffies love spaghetti. Anyway, getting back to the ringing phone. On the caller ID, I see that it's my dad. This is weird to me because my parents never call me. I am, quote-unquote, a disgrace to the entire Newsworth family. I pick it up.
Hello? Hello, Miss Aaron. This is...
It's my parents' butler, Amos.
Hi, Amos. What's up? I've got bad news and some good news. The bad news is that your parents died in a car crash last night. Well, crap. Sucks to be them. The good news is that you've inherited their fluffy. Yum.
They must really hate me to give me their fluffy. I never met the thing, but I'm sure it's as annoying as Justin Bieber when he still made music. That's right, people. Justin Bieber retired.
Who does the house go to? Your brother.
My brother was the special one. He's younger, taller, handsome. My boss. He's way better than me in every way. I hate him, but he loves me. That's why he gives me raises, so I don't hate him entirely.
Well, then when's the funeral? Tomorrow, 11. Sadly, you're not even invited. They hired bodyguards to make sure you don't come.
Told you they hate me.
Well then, bye, Amos.
I hang up and sit on the couch. I'm sure most people are sad and cry a bunch when their parents die. Well, seeing as we have such a lovely bond together, I'm mostly just a little bit depressed. 3 days later, I come home from work to find a cardboard box on the doorstep with holes in it. The little abomination has reared its ugly head. I pick it up and place it on the table in the kitchen. I would just put the stupid thing up for adoption, but I've seen what most people post on the internet about fluffies. I can't let that happen to an innocent creature. I'm not that much of a monster. I took the liberty of getting a certified fluffy safety inspector to come to my house and install a safe room in a spare room near the kitchen, the stairs, and a playpen. He even gave me a complimentary set of fluffy toys. Woo-hoo. I slowly open a box and light bleeds through to meet the sleepy Fluffy's eyes. She is a Pegasus and has an orange coat with a brown mane. She slowly opens her eyes and looks at me.
Where Daddy and Mama?
She asks. I don't know how to respond. I've read a lot about Fluffy since I work at the Fluffy Food Company, for Christ's sake, but now that they sometimes call death the forever sleepies.
They're in a better place.
I say. She looks at me with confusion.
And who are you?
I tell her that I'm their son. Or baby. She still doesn't seem to understand, and flutters her wings in frustration. She soon forgets what she's thinking about, or something, and tilts her head and says,
Play?
I pick her up and place her in her playpen. I throw a green rubber ball inside.
Ball!
She screams and runs after it as fast as her tiny legs can carry her.
These things could be amused by a rock.
I say under my breath as I flick on the TV to watch the recap of last night's game. Gators won. Heck yeah. Something hits my foot and I look down at it. It's a green ball. I look over the playpen and Yam is up against the wall.
You Daddy bling wham ball?
I pick it up and, being the lazy guy I am, toss it into the pen without getting up.
Ball!
She screams again and chases it. I continue watching the recap with an intent. 5 o'clock rolls around, and I'm getting pretty hungry. Apparently, Yam was too, and began chewing on her ball. I couldn't let the little thing choke to death.
No, Yam, you do not eat toys. Toys are for playing.
She stops and sobs.
Wham sorry. Wham good Fluffy. Wham promise. No hurt. No hurt.
I'm guessing my parents were abusive. More of a reason to hate them. I pick her up and tell her I won't hurt her and to calm down. She still doesn't, and I say,
Do you want some spaghetti?
a huge smile is slapped upon her face.
Skitties. Wham loves skitties. Wham love new dad too.
She gives me a hug. I hold her away. Don't want none, you'll love, girl. I place it in her playpen and give her her ball again. Same thing happens. I make spaghetti by boiling the noodles and then place canned sauce in them. Delish. Apparently, Yam could smell the food and was getting really excited. How do I know? Her ball was covered in drool and she was jumping around screaming.
Skitties. Skitties. Skitties.
I pick her up and place her in front of her fruit bowl, which has had a good amount of the stuff inside it. I place another bowl next to her with water. She begins to feast. The thing must have been hungry and thirsty because it finished both bowls in 2 minutes. I just made it dinner my dinner.
Wham love new daddy. Daddy give Wham yummies. Wham give daddy huggies.
She came up to my leg and put her front legs around it. I push her aside. She doesn't think any of it and just says,
Play?
I have to stop what I'm doing and put the annoying fuzzball in her playpen with her ball. Again. I start to wonder how she never gets bored of the thing. It's crazy, like straitjacket crazy. But I'm not one to ponder about things for long and continue eating my dinner. After that, I wash the dishes and put them out to dry on the dish rack. I decide it's time to play a bit of my keyboard. I usually do this every night after dinner, and tonight was the night. On Saturdays, I sometimes go down to the local jazz bar and play some improv for people. I earn a few extra bucks this way. I start with a simple song I learned years ago. That's when Yem hears me and gets interested. Crap, she's probably going to want to play or something. But no, she just hops around her ball cheerfully and says,
Daddy play good music.
I forgot my parents have almost play their grand piano sometimes. Good, I can play without interruption. It soon becomes 9 o'clock and I think it's time for bed. I usually stay up later, but there's a meeting tomorrow, so I grab Yam, who looks very sleepy by now, and place her in her safe room.
Oh, good night, Daddy.
She says as she drifts off to sleep.
Good night.
I say, sounding a tad mean to let her know I don't love her. I slam the door and go right to bed. Chapter 2. A Fluffy Conference. I usually wake up at 5:30 in the morning, since I go to work at 7. Today, my schedule was different. It was 2:48 when I heard pounding on a door downstairs.
Crap.
That's all I say. I put on my wet robe and head down to see what's the problem. It's coming from the safe room. Where must I live? I put down the safety door and open the door itself. The safety door prevents the Fluffy from running out and killing itself. Anyway, there's Yam with big sad eyes.
Wham want yummies. Wham tell me make hoodies.
Facepalm.
Why do you wake me up so early in the morning? Couldn't you have waited?
She shakes her head no. Now, I know I've said it before, but I want to make it clear. I hate Fluffies and I find them annoying. I hate My Little Pony. But I'm not a sadistic moron who finds pleasure in murdering these innocent little creatures. It's cruel. You'd think the U.S. government would make a law forbidding the abuse of fluffy ponies, since they are sentient creatures. But no. You can kill Fluffies willy-nilly and not get arrested. It's stupid, I know. But I don't exploit the fact that this is legal. Anyway, I pick up Yam, who gives me a hug, but I have her extended away from my body. I would just fill her bowl with spaghetti, but pasta really isn't really breakfast. So I just get some Cheerios and pour them in a bowl.
Eat up.
I say, sliding the bowl to her. She sniffs the cereal and takes a bite. She keeps eating it with the occasional
Mm-hmm.
and
What Cheerios?
well, I'm not now. Crap. It's only 3:30. So I just grab a cup of joe and sit on the couch to watch television. Yam finishes and waddles over to the couch. She tries to jump up on the cushion, using her wings to give her lift, but to no avail. I just ignore her.
When won't be able to Daddy on big sofa?
She says, keep watching television.
Daddy, when will I be with you?
She says, must watch television, show about dolphins.
Daddy, when will I be with you?
She says a bit louder this time, must watch dolphins. This time she starts pushing my legs and scream.
Daddy, when will you be with you?
I pick up the little whiny thing and drop it on the sofa. Keep watching dolphins. Soon the time to go to work rolls around. TGIF.
Bye,
I say, about to head out to the door.
Where'd Daddy go?
She asks.
I have to go to the place that allows me and you to eat.
I say rudely.
Can Lamb come?
So here I am, driving to work with Yam looking out the window.
Lamb love call. Lamb see many things.
She waves at Fluffy as we drive by, her wings happily flapping all the way. Most workplaces don't allow Fluffies as they can crap at the slightest noise. But working in a fluffy food office, they allow them. Things poo all over my keyboard. It's annoying as, wait for it, crap. Get it? Crap? I'm here all night, folks. Right when I get to work, Hal, one of the interns, walks by and says,
Meeting right now!
with a bunch of papers in his hands. I walk to the boardroom with Yam extending away from my body. Jordan, the dumb, arrogant coworker, says,
Hey, Aaron. You finally got yourself a Fluffy? That's great! It probably can't talk like you.
He laughs at himself when I mock him. Yeah, one time I went to a press conference and my note cards got all messed up. I couldn't find the proper cards and just started mumbling about a new food. Jordan calls me No Talk Aaron. He isn't good with names. At the meeting, I see my stupid brother Ian. Yes, the one that got the mansion.
Oh, hey, Aaron, I see you got your mom and dad's Fluffy. She's so cute.
He starts to make baby talk and tickles her. She laughs and says,
Stop it, Ellen, get tickled.
Oh, yeah, only the one more unsolved little thing. Shut up on our parents' doorstep.
now you know she isn't fully grown. They reach maturity around 5 months. We start the meeting. Stuff is said about new products. I'm bored out of my mind. Yam is playing with the other coworkers' Fluffies in the middle of the table. You know, they're kind of cute when they play. Wait, what am I thinking? I continue listening to my brother speak.
And so if you decrease expenses, we'll get more money.
Everyone claps. Well, duh. Anyone who knows if you decrease expenses, revenue increases. But everyone thinks it's a great idea. They pop champagne and have a party. I pick up Yam and it's time to go home. I put Yam in her playbed and work on my computer upstairs. When it's bedtime, I do what I did yesterday, making sure she was fed this time. Hopefully I wouldn't be woken up. End of chapter 2.